Yeah, I get that the background's a little bit different. Here's the thing. I currently only have one light set up, and you might notice that my bookshelf is no longer there. It's now over there. So yesterday, I had my girlfriend over and she helped me start the process of redecorating my room. We weren't able to finish, and I still haven't had the chance to finish today. A lot's happened. A lot of personal stuff. Doesn't really matter. But that's also why this video is late. And sure, I can go with like the normal excuses of why that was, but at the end of the day, really, too much happened. And I thought that it'd be good to talk about, because this happened, this list again. Now, I've already made a video talking about priorities and how you should set them and what you should be valuing and how a list like this has gotten me in trouble in the past. But I think it's really, really important to maintain your foundation in life. Now, I'm not saying you can't be adaptable. You can't adjust. You can't change your priorities as life goes on. You know, if you have a family and you have kids, eventually your priorities are going to be changing to focusing on them instead of whenever you're like me, relatively younger, and be able to focus on other things. Priorities will adapt and change over time, but there are some fundamentals that typically stay the same. For me, family is always going to be on top now. It used to not be, granted, but now it is. And it's the family that I care about, not the family that I don't care about, obviously. But it's important to remember that. When it comes to work, like, people are temporary. They end up leaving eventually. What's really important in my life is stability and consistency. In order to have that, keeping work as my second top priority is really important. And I put school right next to that. Number 2 and number 3 are equal to me. Work and school next to each other, because without those two things, I don't get to develop as a person. Now, back in the day, my relationship used to be much lower. Now it's the next thing in line. And today, I had to make a call that involved me focusing more on my relationship and letting this fall away just for a moment. Now, I'm still uploading. I'm still going to count this as uploading daily, even though I am 2 hours late to the upload. Because I think at the end of the day, the spirit of the daily upload is still there. Even though it is much later than normal, I'm still going to say that's fine. But I had to make a call. Do I take care of this relationship thing, or do I upload the video? And I chose the relationship. Because although I love doing YouTube, although it is a passion of mine, my relationship is going to be more important and is going to take more of a priority over this. Now, this comes over other things, though. Like, this isn't the last thing on my list. Like, for example, all of this still has to get done. So obviously, this is more important to me than other things. But also, by the way, like, my bed doesn't even have, like, bedding. My entire life is a mess right now. But it's important to remember your foundation. Because if you don't remember that and you let yourself forget, you're going to have imbalance in your life. And when you have imbalance, it's really hard to bring it all back to your center. If you start letting family fall away because you're too focused on work, there may come a time when you need or want family in your life and they're no longer there because you made them a second or third or a fourth or a fifth priority in your life. At a certain point, people will stop making you their priority as well. If you're in a relationship but you keep making excuses why you can't be there, there's going to be a point where they resent you and they may leave you, or they may trust you less, or they may not want you around as much. There'll come a point where they no longer want to rely on you anymore. Same thing with work. You call out too many times, you're probably getting fired. Or if you have a YouTube channel and you keep making too many false promises, people stop watching. So if you don't remember your foundation, and you don't stay true to your priority list, or you don't readjust it to fit what you actually desire, there can come a point where you lose all your balance. And that's the message that I'm really wanting to send here today on this video. I am sorry for the late upload. I don't think that I failed the challenge at all for daily uploads personally. I'm going to continue to keep doing exactly what I've been doing and uploading daily. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video as well. I thought it was hilarious personally. If you enjoyed this video though, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and do not forget to keep it casual.